Hello everyone. Yesterday I posted a picture of a bridge abutment that I made out of styrofoam, and I embossed it to have a brick pattern, and here it is right here. And I was asked, how did you do that? Well, I can't take a lot of credit for it. I followed a guy, Mark in Sweden, on YouTube, and he basically showed me the technique. And I'm gonna, at the request of a couple of modelers, I'm gonna demonstrate how I did it and the tools I used. So I made a couple of really quick, easy tools. This one here is the one I used to emboss the vertical grout lines, and all it is a piece of brass, and I silver soldered it onto another piece of brass rectangular tube to make a handle. And then after holding onto it for so long, the brass itself kind of started cutting into my fingers, so I wrapped it with some electrical tape to give me like a soft grip. So I used that, and then I use on that wall there, the one that I just showed you, I used this brass tube to vertically space my horizontal grout lines, and then I just eyeballed the vertical grout lines. Well, that's not necessarily true. I set up the first brick width with this just a brush handle. It just seemed like that would be about the width I'd want. So I used that as a tool, and then finally for the horizontal grout lines, I opened them up with this after cutting them in with my pocket knife. So all this basic tools, you can come up with your own version of what I'm showing you here, but that's all I used. To do it, basically what I did is once I completed my structure, I decided, okay, my first grout line, first line of bricks is going to be there, so I just took my knife and very carefully scored in a line like so. Then I line this up with the next line, or with that line, and carve the next one like so, and so on and so forth on up the piece until I got all the way to the top like that. Then what I did is I used that handle there on that brush, and with the pencil I just kind of just mark off each vertical like so, like so. So now I have two verticals, and then I can work my way up. On the abutment, I use my square to kind of get this lined up, but this isn't long enough. But you get the general idea, kind of there and there for those. And then for the in-between bricks, I just kind of split them. There's that one, and that one, and this one, and this one, this one, and this one. So you can start to see a pattern emerging. Then I opened up my horizontal grout lines with this tool. I just kind of run it back and forth a couple times, opens them right up. And all it is I took a piece of brass and I kind of put a curve in it, and then I just polished it down so it's not quite square, because you don't want it to grab. So I kind of knifed it a little bit, but it opens up to the full width pretty quickly, and it just slides in the holes like so. And you don't have to make them super deep, but you want them a millimeter or two deep, I'd say. 32nd of an inch, like so. Then that's where this thing comes into play. Now I just take my vertical grout lines and I just emboss them in like so. And you can see pretty quickly we're starting to get a wall pattern. Once that's all done, once you've embossed all the way around everything you're going to do, then you're going to want to you're going to want to put a little bit of this, and I'm using this, I don't know if it's going to be upside down or right side up, because we'll do it that way. Okay. Or we'll do it this way. Either way, you can see it. I flipped it both ways now, so you should be able to read it. I don't know which way the video is going to come out. Filming this on my iPhone, and it's just sitting up on a shelf pointing straight down. Anyhow, I got this pre-mixed grout, and it's got the sandy, grouty texture to it. And what you do is you just rub it in all over your whole project. Rub it in. You want to force it into those grout lines, and then take a sponge and kind of clean it off like this. But you don't want to clean it like super clean. You want some of that grouty texture to sit on top of the bricks as well, so when you go to paint them, they'll have like a texture to them. And that's it. Now the next step, and of course, I started this project yesterday at about 8 o'clock last night, and I've learned everything I know thus far in that period of time. So I have this one to do yet. I'm going to do it here in a minute. And then once this one's dry, which will be in the next hour or so, I'm going to go ahead and try painting it. And I'll shoot a video or some pictures on how that turned out. But that's basically it. Someone asked how I did it. That's how I did it. I imagine that you could really freehand this if you wanted to, and make different size stones. If you want to do like more of a cobblestone type wall, you could do, you know, different stones of different sizes. Let's see, I'm just kind of experimenting right here with you on the video. Do a different stone of that size, and then this one could be this size, and that one there could be that size coming around like this. You have a short one here. And I imagine you could just go to town on this with various different freehand sizes and make it like more of a cobblestone or a non-standard brick type face on this material as well. By the way, this stuff is, I don't know, 3/16 of an inch. I cut it on my foam cutter. Nope, it's 3/8, 3/16. What am I thinking? 3/8. So that's what I used. I imagine you could go a little thinner. You certainly could go way thicker, but I imagine you could go a little thinner, but you're gonna have enough material there to be able to emboss it and have it kind of hold its rigidity. But yeah, it's all done just like that. Real easy. If you got any questions, hit me up and I'll try to answer them, but there's lots of good resources on the interwebs. I'm by no means an expert in any of this. I'm just a guy in a garage trying to figure out how to get it done. All right, hope that works for you.